He smiled and said, "Mind is nothing, it's an illusion. Everything is a myth." An illiterated monk told these words to his fellows in front of his master. Later, this uneducated monk became the successor of his master. But how? We'll get to know about it in this beautiful tale, which enlightens you about the real nature of life. Before we begin the story, I offer my obeisance to the infinite possibilities in you. Now, let's go to the monastery. Once upon a time, there was a grand monastery where more than 700 monks resided. They were all diligently practicing self-awareness under the guidance of their revered monk. One day, a young boy came to the monastery aspiring to become a disciple. He said to the monk, "O wise monk, I seek to know myself. I am in search of the truth, yearning to discover what it is. Please show me the path to uncover the truth." The monk looked at him and said, "If you truly wish to know the truth, you must dedicate your entire life to it. The quest for truth may take a lifetime, and yet there's no guarantee that you will find it within this lifetime. Are you prepared for such a journey?" The young aspirant replied, "O monk, I have not come here to turn back. I'm ready for this endeavor." The monk said, "If that is the case, then prove your commitment. In this monastery, there are 700 monks. Your task will be to grind rice for them. Just grind rice from morning till evening, and when you grow tired, rest and sleep. Then rise again the next morning and resume grinding. Do not engage in anything else. Do not think about anything else, and do not return to me until your heart is fully devoted. Only when the need arises I shall come to you." The young boy obediently began the task of grinding rice. With 700 monks to feed regularly, he woke up early and ground rice until late into the night. When he grew tired, he would sleep right there in the same room amidst the rice. He did not converse with anyone, nor did anyone approach him to talk. For months, he continued grinding rice, and though old thoughts occasionally entered his mind, they faded away without finding any new subject to cling to. Slowly, the noise of thoughts subsided, and his mind became quieter. After several years, he even forgot his own name. He remained in perpetual silence, existing in a thoughtless state, consumed by grinding rice day in and day out. The other monks considered him a simpleton, for he seemed to know nothing beyond the act of grinding rice. Yet he was content in his repetitive work, unburdened by any scholarly knowledge or spiritual wisdom. 12 years later, the monk announced that his time on earth was coming to an end, and he needed to appoint a successor to lead the monastery. He said, "Among my disciples, whoever feels self-reliant and has truly known themselves must come to my door tonight and inscribe a few lines on this wall expressing the essence of their life experience." Many disciples contemplated this task, but one of the senior disciples, who possessed extensive knowledge of Buddhist scriptures, felt he had the qualifications to become the successor. He wrote on the wall, "The mind is like a mirror, gathering the dust of thoughts and desires. Only through meditation can the dust be wiped clean, revealing a clear reflection. This leads to liberation." The other disciples were amazed, thinking that this scholar might be the chosen one to succeed the monk. However, the young boy who had been grinding rice for all those years smiled quietly. When the other disciples asked him why he was smiling, they considered him a mere rice grinder, incapable of comprehending spiritual matters. They had never seen him engaged in study or deep philosophical discussions, so they couldn't fathom that he could write anything profound. The senior disciple then approached the rice grinder and asked, "Why are you smiling?" The rice grinder replied, "I smile because the wise monk is speaking the truth. These lines written by all are mere rubbish. They hold no real value." The other disciples were taken aback by his response. They asked, "Can you write lines better than these?" The rice grinder humbly said, "No, because I am illiterate. However, I can speak a few lines if you like, but only if you accept them." Intrigued, the two disciples agreed, and the rice grinder spoke, "The mind is but an illusion, neither existing within nor beyond, and when the mind itself ceases to be, where can the dust gather? One who realizes this has known the truth." Upon hearing these words, the monk woke up in the middle of the night and went to the rice grinder's room. He awakened him and said, "Here, take my staff and robe. From today you are my successor. But you must leave this monastery and go far away, for there are many scholars here who would not tolerate the idea of a simple rice grinder surpassing them in wisdom. I know that wherever you go, people will come to you, because when a flower blooms, its fragrance spreads in all directions." The rice grinder touched the feet of the monk and left that night, never to return to the monastery. Friends, if we examine our lives, we will find that many people believe that meditation can only be practiced by sitting in one place with closed eyes. But in reality, meditation can be carried out even while engaging in our daily tasks. The true essence of meditation lies in being fully absorbed in whatever we are doing, without any thought of ourselves. Just like the rice grinder, who became so engrossed in his work that he forgot himself and attained self-realization. Remember, constant awareness of the present moment and immersing ourselves completely in whatever we do will eventually lead us to discover our true selves. We need not pursue any other external practices to understand our inner reality. Let us be like the rice grinder and grind the rice of life with full dedication and mindfulness, for therein lies the path to realization. Thank you.